Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're talking about this week's super packs. For the 5th week in a row, we are getting heroic super packs alongside some special insert players who for this week are Kenyan Martin, Detlef Schrempf, and Russell Westbrook. Obviously, Russ is an exciting, fun name. People like Russell Westbrook. They like him in real life. He's got a lot of fans. And honestly, his cards in 2K are always pretty fun to use. The problem with Russ this year is his jumper is pretty janky. And I think it really holds back what otherwise could be a pretty fun card. And unfortunately, when he's 6'3" and doesn't have this elite level size at this point in the year, I mean, obviously, I'm sure his stats and badges are going to be awesome defensively, but as a whole, my expectations of the card are pretty low. And so this is another drop where you look at the names and you're like, yeah, I don't know. Like Kenyan Martin's, he's what, a 6'9" small forward, is very athletic. His jumper isn't terrible. I enjoyed his diamond card at the beginning of the year. He could be a decent opal. Detlef Schrempf, I'm pretty sure his jumper is terrible. So not totally sure what to think of him. It's just, again, it's all this benefits is dropping the market on lower tier cards. The problem is the market is already so dropped on lower tier cards. I'm not sure this really matters all that much anymore. Towards the beginning of the season, there was a lot of opportunity to like build MT from playing this event and things of that nature, or from playing during super packs and sniping and knowing how to work the market on some of these lower tier cards. At this point, it's like the market's already in the dirt. Does it really matter? I don't really think so, personally. I don't know. At this point, this just feels pointless. It's just, I'm ready for next season's Tuesday content, to be honest. This is the last Tuesday content drop of season 5, and I cannot wait for it to be over, because Tuesday content, really, season 4 was worse than this, which is hard to believe, but it really was. I mean, season 4 was a bunch of crappy cards that were exclusively a money grab with a lock-in collection reward for a dark matter that would have cost like a few million MT and a couple $100 to complete. It was insane. So it's better than season 4's Tuesday content, but it's still pretty crappy overall and obviously not exciting at all. So I guess real quickly, we will go through and talk about the names that are included, even though I'm not that excited about them. We will talk about them. Russell Westbrook, realistically, I mean, his Galaxy Opal was already statistically a very good card. I mean, 93 ball, 99 speed, 98 driving dunk. Defensively, very good on the perimeter, 94 perimeter, 90 steal. I'm sure he'll have like an 80 block now, though that'll be one of the biggest stat boosts he gets, at least in the 70s probably, and then like almost a 90 interior. I mean, dark matter Russ, he's gonna have good stats, man. Like, obviously that's never really the concern with Russ. The problem with Russ is I guess they could change the jump shot, but 2K has not changed any animations on any of these Tuesday cards all season, so I don't have super high hopes that they actually would. Now, I'm sure it'll be on very quick this time. His dribble style is good. Luka escape is pretty good. Book behind the back isn't great, but like his animations are decent. If he had a good jump shot, he'd be fun. Problem is his jumper, not only is it kind of ugly and janky, you can't really rhythm shoot with it either. It gets, for whatever reason, it's one of those jumpers like Tmrw jumper and a few other jumpers where it's really inconsistent and tough to rhythm shoot. So even if you do want to use Russ, if you're a stick shooter, you really can't use that either. Like, so you have to shoot with the button with him regardless. So it's just annoying. And I don't know, even on very quick, the jumper's not going to be that good. He's going to be a super fun slasher, sure, and his movement will be good, but that's about all the exciting parts about this card that I can really think of. Otherwise, I'm just not, I don't know. We'll see if they change his jumper, but in all honesty, probably not a very exciting card. Kenyan Martin, I actually really did like his diamond early in the year. I will say that. So he has the potential to be, I think he could be all right. Again, problem with this card, just like Tmrw last week, and who was the other diamond last week? Eddie Jones, or Galaxy Opal last week. Eddie Jones was a good Galaxy Opal from last week. There were a couple other Galaxy Opals that have been good this season. Problem is, every good Galaxy Opal that's come out in this heroic drop, and really there haven't been very many of them, but of the ones that have been good, none of them have actually been affordable because 2K, because the way that 2K does these pack odds with all the other cards that are in the packs, the Galaxy Opals pretty much never come out. So there's very little supply of them on the auction house, which leads to a card like Tmrw, who, if he was 100K, would be an incredible value point guard, being 250 or 300,000 MT, and obviously he's not worth that type of MT, not even close to it. So that again is disappointing at the end of the day. I don't know. Again, it's just my opinion. It's just my feelings. I'm not thrilled, but look, at the end of the day, Kmart should be 95 speed at least, 95 driving dunk, or really 99 driving dunk, 95 standing dunk, or something along those lines. Defensively, he'll have 90 plus across the board. I mean, this card was really good for a season 1 card diamond. You're gonna get a really good card out of this Kenyan Martin. The problem is jump shot. I mean, it'll probably be on quick, but it's not a bad jumper. The upper's kind of odd, but the base is pretty good. Trey Escape as well. If they changed his dribble style, he'd be good, but I don't think they're going to change the animations. I don't think they've changed the animations on any of these cards. So again, it's like, meh, I don't know. I just, it's hard to get excited about, because even though I do think this card's going to be good, he's probably going to be 200K if he is as good as I think he's going to be. And then it's just like, why would you buy him when there's Michael Beasley and Jonathan Bender and Carlos Boozer and Tyler Hansbrough and Rudy Gay and Gerald Wallace? Like, why would I pay 200K when I can get all these other guys for cheaper who are also good cards? So it takes away from the excitement of any of these inserts because of how the packs are designed and how the fact that they don't really come out of packs. Detlef Schrempf, I do not have high hopes for him compared to the other two guys. I realistically just don't. I mean, you're looking at a guy who, yeah, sure, he'll probably have 90 speed. Defensive stats will be in the 80s, but probably not great. I mean, he was not a good defender at all in this diamond card. He'll be a great shooter, but the problem with Detlef is his jumper's ugly. So like, it's hard to be excited about a quote unquote great shooter when their jump shot stinks. And that's the problem with Detlef, is that his shot stinks. So I don't know. Again, what's the excitement in this drop? What's the excitement in this card? What am I supposed to get excited about here at all? I mean, the only thing that I was excited about early in the season was the way that these dropped the market, but even that isn't really going to happen anymore. So it does feel like it's just a Tuesday where it's like, I might as well just ignore everything they're doing today. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. And maybe y'all agree, maybe you don't, but that's where I'm at right now with this content, is that it's just like pretty pointless, I guess. Nothing to really get excited about. So if y'all want any of these cards tomorrow, feel free, but I personally will not be going after them. That I can tell you right now. So can't wait for Tuesday content to reset, hopefully next week. And really the next season, one of the biggest things that 2K can do better is better execution of Tuesday content. It's one of the few things that they actually did well post All-Star break last year, was Tuesday content, where it was a free grindable content pretty much on a weekly basis. That's what this should be. This should have been all season. Still wouldn't have been awesome. None of the Dark Matters they dropped were game-changing cards by any means. But if they had made this season's Tuesday drops grindable via agendas, where you had 8 challenges for the 8 Opal and below cards, 1 for each card, and then if you completed all 8, you got the Dark Matter the way they did it last year, this would have been way better. Would the cards have been awesome? Still, no, not really. Would it have been much improved from where it is? Absolutely. And I wish they had done something like that, because I think that would have been the type of thing that really could have gotten people more excited in general. Right now, I just don't think there's very much excitement at all. So maybe they'll do better next season with Tuesday content. Maybe they won't. We will have to wait and see. But I don't know. Hopefully y'all have been able to make a lot of MT from this All-Star event. It doesn't look as, or not All-Star event, the Bracket Busters event. It doesn't look as though 2K is really going to be dropping more challenges for the Bracket Busters stuff, but we'll see. Maybe they'll drop some more. I hope. They haven't dropped any more yet, so I don't have super high hopes. It doesn't feel like it's as grindable of a season as event. The game feels very stagnant, and the problem is the fact that the game feels this stagnant right after an event is unfortunate. That's pretty disappointing. You know what I mean? I just think the game could be doing a lot better right now than it actually is. But at the end of the day, that is just my opinion. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.